Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chubowski, back with a new season. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably interested in Grand Arena, so if you have a bit of time alongside this video, I would recommend to go take a look at the Playbooks channel, because we did a stream on there yesterday with Endel Bial, Klesso, It's Just Ian, Fatal himself, and Kin. So, and then me as well in there. We all have their cameras on as well, so if you're ever wondering what my mug looks like, you can see it on there. It's not that I don't want to show people, it's more that there's not too much value added, I think, in my very concentrated face, as well as the fact that I'm not running some good computer that can handle all of this stuff at the same time flawlessly. So, but yeah, if you're wondering, you can take a look there. We talk a lot about Grand Arena, about various topics in there. It's a new concept called the Kyber Council that's planned to run monthly. And yeah, there might be different guests every time, might be different topics, but quite fun, a bit of a podcast style format among the bunch of us. So yeah, it was really nice to be part of that, and there were a lot of excited people who really seemed to like it. So that was pretty fun. For this season, I'm kind of forced to change it up because of all the Night Sister feats. If I want to get those, then I have to keep my Night Sisters for offense occasionally. And that's what you'll be seeing in this match here, that for the first time, after I didn't get cleared the entire season last time, I did get cleared now by this guy called Deluxe from the Awakened Heroes. Almost 400k lifetime score. Not quite sure why he runs Malak in Arena. I don't really know what that's supposed to accomplish anymore these days. 5.3 mil GP, maybe it's testing, that could be it for someone else. Now this one's pretty odd. Sith Trooper here on his third row with 279 speed. You don't see Sith Trooper that fast that often, so pretty surprising character in there. He's got some interesting relics like Boba, Dooku, Bosk, I guess, is not that special, but I don't have them myself. So then you tend to point them out, I suppose. And that's mostly it really, other than the nest as well. So, like I said, he full cleared me. Now I believe, okay, he also cleared the last fleet now. So his final score is 2095. You can see here that I set weaker fleets, mostly because I expected the battle to be won on the ground, but that remains to be seen. So in the top here in front of fleets, I put Jedi Knight Luke with Nest, I put General Skywalker, and I put Darth Revan, and I'm mostly impressed that he managed to one-shot Darth Revan. I do see that he dropped a lot of banners in general, so I think he must have gotten somewhere in the low 50s on most of his fights. So that's at least good. I expected that, but I have to be honest there that I did also expect him to fail on one of the teams, which he didn't. So either he's an incredibly skilled player, he got very lucky, or a mix of both is also entirely possible. But I'll have to do my best to make sure I full clear him as well and get more banners in the process. Now, if I make one mistake, I should, in theory, still be able to win, but it depends a little bit on which team I would make a mistake against. So yeah, he also killed the Grievous team, and people with stronger Jedi than him have very often failed there. Same with the Padme team. I'm not quite sure what he used to take that out. It might have been a mirror match. And then in the back, yeah, he had no trouble here. This is really where I was hesitating if I wanted to do the Night Sister feat against this guy. I'm pretty sure if I would have set my Night Sisters, he would not have one-shot everything. But yeah, I went with that mostly because he tends to set Grievous BB-8. Now I can beat that with my Jedi, but I figured, hey, why not use my Night Sisters against this kind of team rather than anything else. Now you do also notice the Supreme Leader Kylo team here with Hux, First Order Stormtrooper, Old Daka, and Zombie, which is an interesting one. It's something you can definitely fail if you don't manage to kill Old Daka and get stuck behind Zombie Stunt with your own Supreme Leader Kylo. So pretty nasty team in that regard, as you can get stuck in an infinite loop on Zombie. And yeah, if you've never fought that before, it's really easy to mess it up. I think I have fought not this variation, but some with Darth Revan in there, and some with Phasma, I think, and then a couple others instead of First Order Stormtrooper. So I'll have to see how I exactly deal with him, as he definitely adds that extra taunt that I would need to get rid of first. And I really only have one shot to get to Daka, I believe. So there's a possibility I might mess something up there. I'll have to be very careful. Because once Daka at that relic level has advantage and you can't crit her, it's trouble. You do have to be able to kill her, because if you don't, she's gonna revive people, and then it's pretty much game over. So yeah, first order team as well, Geonosians, and then the new team with the very strong Django, Dooku, and Nest. So that's his front wall. I'm gonna get started with the Grievous fight first, I think, just to sort of warm things up. Now you can do this in different ways. You can do it with Talzin lead, you can do it with Daka lead. My Night Sisters are pretty good, so I would trust Talzin lead. Also considering the other guys are not super strong, but maybe to de-risk the whole thing, I'll just go with Daka lead instead. And yeah, just play it a bit safer that way, because I don't think there's any chance for me to fail if I do that. But you know, there's always a chance, I suppose. So let's see what exactly happens. I think normally seen Grievous shouldn't go first because it's actually a pretty slow Grievous. So I think, yeah, there we go. My Spirit goes first, and then Asajj goes after. But I can just immediately kill BB-8, which is actually not kill. But I'm okay with this one. Now what I'm just wondering about here is I could do a group attack on B1 to substantially lower his stacks, but Asajj wouldn't beat Grievous to a turn. So I actually don't want to do that. I want to ensure that I kill BB-8 so that I don't get the double Grievous AoE. So let's do that instead. That's one AoE. You can see there my team suffering quite a lot. Them taking all the extra turns, it can always get pretty dicey. So let's see if I can maybe get a stun in on B2 here. A dodge, I mean, that totally works. Grievous is about to take a turn. I think a group attack here would have a pretty high chance of killing B2, so let's try that. Could also go for B1 here to... No, okay, no crits. I was going to say I could go for B1 here to try to lower the stacks and thus the offense for Grievous, but that's not really how it ended up playing out. So let's see, if I'm forced to hit Magna and Grievous is under the max health, which is a bit annoying, then I might as well do an AoE and also hit B1. This is also a bit annoying because I have to keep Grievous under max health with that, but I think all things considered I should mostly be okay. I just can't see the mark because B1 is in the way a little bit. So let's see how things go. That's the first sacrifice, I think. Is it even called sacrifice for zombie? I don't know. I don't really get to use this demon often too much, so it's always interesting when I do. Alright, this is going to be a kill and it coincides with Grievous's next AoE, which is good. So that, again, I don't get them chained up. That's really the key to this entire matchup. Everyone revives, also a pretty important aspect there as well. No need to heal anyone, so just gonna get the kill. And at this point Daka is pretty much invincible. No reason for me really to focus on B1 here and get another AoE in until I kinda like have characters back. So I'll just wait a moment and see what I can do for damage here. Still no crits, even though I'm adding, like, there's practically no crit avoidance here. I should actually now kill B1 next, so that Daka can revive and heal before the end, preferably. Now you're hitting Spirit, huh? Ridiculous. Okay, let's get the Plague on there, which cannot be dispelled, and then we should be able to control Grievous from here on out. Everyone's full health, so that's 55. And that's pretty much, yeah, as expected. If I would have failed this one, man, like the first time in a very long time that I keep my Night Sister for offensive, that would be a fail. I would be pretty bummed out, I think. I'm trying to remember here. So he has a really fast Supreme Leader Kylo. 525, so he's clearly gone with some kind of anti-soft counter setup here. Not too sure why, to be honest, because it's the first time I've seen him set this. I don't know what he was expecting me to do, but maybe he was prepared for any kind of scenario. Just gotta check Hux as well. I think slower than mine, just slightly. So I'm gonna go with what I've done in the past, which is Supreme Leader Kylo with Hux. Then I put in Phasma. Then I add Sith Trooper. Is that right? I'm trying to remember here. And First Order Stormtrooper. So that's the team. It saves me a First Order team alongside this, which is pretty nice. Since there's no like passing of turns that's gonna get me in trouble, I can get away with it like this. Hux and Phasma will give me more turns than them. Sith Trooper adds a bunch of crits, so I should be able to get to my ultimate sooner and definitely pick off Daka. That's more or less the game plan. And because their Supreme Leader Kylo goes first, my Hux will overtake my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and that will allow me to dispel Zombie. So I'm just gonna get into it and show you how exactly it works. Unless I'm in for a surprise. So he does start with advantage. That does change the game plan. I should have just read the kits there better, I suppose. So I'll have to be careful here, because this move here is the one that dispels all buffs from all enemies. So I can actually do this, because he dies, and now I can pick off Daka. That's what I was hoping to see. And Phasma should be able to assist me in killing Daka. Or Sith Trooper, that works perfectly fine. So that's more or less how you're able to do it. If First Order Stormtrooper isn't there, and it would be Darth Revan, for example, or Phasma, then you would do that group attack on Zombie. That would dispel the taunt, and that's really the only move that can keep it off her for a little bit. As the moment any of the other characters go, Zombie will usually regain it by then, and that could give you some trouble. So what you'll see as well now is that this actually gets me some pretty good banners, potentially. If I can kill Supreme Leader Kylo Ren before he picks off too many of my characters, then yeah, I can save some banners from characters being alive. And I'm saying pretty good banners, of course pretty good banners for a Supreme Leader Kylo mirror context, because you'll see your Phasma and my Stormtrooper are definitely dying. The others remains to be seen. So you immediately want to go into ultimate in this fight as well the moment it emerges. Ouch, I was not really hoping to get that one on me. Just because you want to do the extra damage to Supreme Leader Kylo before he picks off too many characters. Now in this case here, it seems like I'm fine. It would have been nicer if he would have gone for Stormtrooper there, because I would have had some extra banners, like an extra health banner or something. So 51's not much, but I mean, it's a Supreme Leader Kylo mirror. And I believe in the back he has like Ewoks and Garth. Okay, he changed it up. He said his rebels. So he even kept Garth for offense. Like, what for? No idea. Anyway, so yeah, you can see for the rest, his defense isn't particularly strong. That's okay with me. Gonna go for the Newt team next, and for that I just saved my Jedi Knight Revan. I did really consider to set Jedi Knight Revan on defense, because it's, yeah, just super attractive against this opponent. I've kept more offense than I needed, and that's why I knew he was gonna full clear me. But it's alright. So I do want to use JKR lead, because I need to be able to stun Nest and ultimately whittle her down. So I'm gonna go with, still gonna go with 5. I don't really see any reason to go with less. And target down Dooku first. Droideka is also tempting, but it's just a Gear 12 Droideka, and otherwise Dooku is going to force me to spend a lot of time on Nest, and that just makes the fight a serious pain. So gonna get the kill here, and maybe there's also a chance that through assists, nah, they're not fast enough. Well, this is where Ezra comes in handy, because I can just dispel that. Hadn't even considered that just yet. Nice. Pretty happy with that. Let's go for a big hit here on Nest. Wow, that was huge. And this is actually gonna kill her. So I'm quite happy with that. Sounds like a bit of an understatement, I suppose. Let's ability block Django before he does his rockets. Start going for Newt, because he's obviously gonna extort and just be a general pain. Django still ability blocked over here. Let's see. Jolie could use a bit of love, so let's give him some. Not sure I'm going to be able to recover banners here. Definitely not on Ezra. Maybe on Jolie. So let's aim for Jolie. Spread this. Yeah, that's not happening. Unless I don't crit here for whatever reason, but there's no reason why I wouldn't. So yeah, 58. I'll take it though. As long as I one-shot all his teams, I should be fine. So next up then the Geos team, just gonna do Treya, Nihilus, Scion. Or I could do Vader and get some more banners than I might otherwise do. But I think Vader could also just solo the Ewoks. Just wondering if Kylo Ren can solo Ewoks. I don't even know. I put my Nest on defense obviously, or I would pick her. I could sort of break up the stream and take a look. See, because I currently don't remember. I'm unfortunately quite sleep deprived, so not the sharpest at the moment. And I'm glad that hasn't bitten me back so far, so maybe let's just keep it that way. I don't need to go in with 3 here. But again, if I want to play it safe, I might as well do that. The Spy is not too well modded, so there shouldn't be any reason for concern. It's just that, yeah, Geobird Alpha is faster. So what do I want to do? Let's just go with the 3 of them. Just be super, super safe. They'll go first though, and we'll see who they sort of focus down. Oh, nice. I'll take it. Just immediately on Scion, pretty much. I mean, he hasn't gone down against a team of this strength. It's just that I feel like one day it's gonna happen in a match where I can afford to, whereas every other time I could afford to, and then I'll be pretty sad that I didn't just like bring along one extra character when I could afford to. So that's why I often like to throw in Nestu if she's available, just to completely de-risk it. Alright. No death there. Or there. Let's see, Sunfac is a bit tankier, I guess, so let's kill him. I'm not really sure, but doesn't matter, it should be over here. Killed by Nihilus. 59, that's still decent, so I'll take it. And then the First Order team is left. Against that I can use my Ray Jedi training. And I should be able to undersize that, but gotta be mindful if I'm gonna max my banners by doing that. And I mean, there's not too much of a reason to. We're talking about 1 banner. I just need to one-shot all the teams. So let's just go with these guys. Maybe take out C-3PO. Don't really need him. Yeah, let's take him out. And then just go with Poe. So that means no offense down on the Wiggles. I always have to remember that part. Let's control Kylo Ren. He is by far the most annoying character here. 3 exposes is pretty good. Man, it's never gonna get old, I think. Resistance Hero Finn hitting as hard as he does, it's just one of the funniest things. Like, just absolute deletion. Let me just slow this one down. I enjoy this thoroughly. Phasma survived. Kinda like in the movie somehow. And then just this guy out of the way. Yeah, this might feel like slight overkill. 0 turns taken. The 7k, so it's sad from that stacking defense. But it got the job done. So that's those out of the way. Let's see what he set for fleet defense. Okay, so he has Malevolence and Rebels. That Rebel fleet's really interesting. What's he doing there? Like, that cannot possibly have the Huntsman Millennium Falcon in reinforcements, I think, because of the GP. Unless he said that and then really weak fleets to kind of throw me off, which would be, like, feels like a genius move, but it seems more likely that he has his Millennium Falcon with his Malevolence fleet, and maybe there's also a chance some people made mistakes, like they just went to the fleet zone, immediately thought, oh, it's just going to be one fleet, then they set their one fleet, and then afterwards they realize their mistake, because there are now two fleets. So that's also possible. I don't know what he did, but that's pretty funny, actually. So anyway, I'm not even going to really undersize too much here, I think. I'll just go with EP and Vader. Maybe just Vader. They get a speed boost, right? From Wedge. It's from the unique, I think. So he gets 9 speed for each ally with full health, blah blah. But he's slow. I think I'll just do EP, Vader. Just go with those two. Just in case. Don't really want to be stupid. I have my CLS on offense still as well. Well, let's do these. So, I could do the... I'd rather do the Force Crush while in Merciless so that I don't get countered. It's a little bit nicer. Kill Biggs first, because he likes the counter. That's gonna kill Wedge. Don't think that's gonna kill Turret. Let's see. Okay, it does. That should kill as well. No crit, so that cost me the 1 banner there. Gross, and no stun. So that's 2 banners. Man, I feel so scammed. Well, it's an undersize regardless, could have been 63. And then the Ewoks, CLS Han Chewie will do. I mean, I could do something with Watt, but I don't think he'd survive necessarily. So let's just do CLS Han Chewie. I'm not even in the mood to like figure out how I can get the absolute maximum possible banners here. That's a bit lazy, but yeah, I'm just not. So let's just take him out. I know the Poplu is pretty slow, so didn't need to do anything to stop him initially. This should kill. Go for Log Ray and then, or vice versa. I think I'll kill Wicket with this. Yep. Then Log Ray and then he's still got an attack in, but should be max. Alright, fleets to go. Don't think I even need to count the banners here. As long as I just kill these, I'm okay. I can like 50 banner them. So against the Malevolence, I can use my Negotiator, and I think it should be possible with 4 ships considering his Hyena is 5 stars. I really don't care about the reinforcements. So let's do that. 4 ship it. And then the other one, Malevolence. Yeah. I'm not one of those people who's gonna have a 7-star Redis anytime soon, or like a usable one, so to speak. Let me just go for Sunfac here. So sometimes I like to change this part up now. I just target Sunfac immediately, because then with the follow-up attacks, especially from 5s, I'm still able to kill, or with this one, I'm still able to kill the Vulture Droid before it moves. In this case, it's going to be 5s, and then it's looking pretty good. Like, I've got 2 ships down rather than 1 if I focus the Vulture Droid. So it can be slightly better if they're weaker to do it this way. I think he might be a bit sad if he sees that I took out the fleet that he put his Millennium Falcon into with 4 ships, but, you know, shouldn't make that mistake, I guess. Let's just do this, same play as always. He beat me by like 1% turn meter there. That's a bit sad. That's gonna drag out the fight and probably cost me banners. And now I also don't get to the ultimate, etc. Should have maybe taken out the Hyena there. That's a misplay. He's gonna remind me of that in a moment, probably. No. Okay, let's go for Houndstooth now. No buff immunity, also sad. Let's do this one here. The buff immunity would have ended this now, but I'll have to do it this way. Hopefully kill before there's any more trouble. Come on. There we go. Alright. So that should be 66, okay. Nice, I'll take it. The last one, this is weird, yo. It's gotta be that he made a mistake. So, Grievous, Separatists. I'm just gonna go with the standard lineup. And undersize it as well. I really don't see a reason to bring more ships. Because it's gonna be all Vulture droids doing the work. Now, you'll probably see me make plenty of mistakes with the Malevolence. I don't practice with it enough, I think. Should do a lot more. So the Vulture droids, the buff immunity should definitely go on the Y-Wing, I think. Or perhaps on Biggs, because Biggs is actually like the main pain as he keeps regenerating. So I think just preventing him from taunting might be nice. Or I guess the alternative is, if I prevent the Y-Wing from taunting, I can just keep focusing on Biggs and making sure that he actually dies. So let's do that instead. Could be a misplay, but we'll see. The offense down. Could have also gone for the stun there, but I mean, if he's gonna target lock, he's gonna target lock. And I kind of want to get this guy out of here right now. There we go. So go for that stun. I should be able to kill here before too much stuff happens. Could have even gone with like one less reinforcement, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. Just playing it safe again. So I should have, that's 67, pretty good. Should have, yeah, so like 30 banners over him. So like I said, I could have lost the fight and I would still be okay. Still congrats to the guy for full clearing me. That's the first one who's done it in a while, so it definitely makes you more on edge. It's substantially easier when opponents don't clear you. But that does mean I have the Night Sister feats out of the way. I think anyway. Well, this one halfway. Kind of weird how it says I got 6 kills with Dathomir natives, because that team had 5 characters. And there was no Newt in there. So who counts twice? Maybe it counts if you hit a B1. Nah, everyone was hitting B1. Screw that. Yeah, no idea. Anyway, looking pretty good. I'll have to see with the feats how many I can claim without throwing myself into the next league and kind of shooting myself in the foot. But nice first round. I wanted to record it because the guy full cleared me, so there was a realistic chance that I might have lost if I didn't win that Supreme Leader Kylo mirror. But looking forward to see what else this week brings. As I've mentioned in the past, I'll make videos when I think it's going to be interesting enough to make one, and when there might be a chance that I lose it. So we'll see. Hope you had a good first round, and I hope that the fleet part at least interests you a little bit to get involved in. And I'll see you all soon.